17th edition. And the first ever meeting between Korea and Spain. You see the Korean lineup, and it's pretty much, 1 through 7, the starters. Over on the Spanish side, the captain today, Cisco Hernandez, who came off the bench in quite a few efforts yesterday, will be starting today. There's the referee, Damian Schneider from Argentina. And you see 119 matches on tour. Korea and Spain in Los Angeles. Underway once again, the first ever get-together between Spain and Korea. And Korea manages to maintain possession there. The captain, Won Young-for. And Park, with 35 years of age, 13 tests, made his debut for the 7 squad in Hong Kong back in 2008. Bill Seward alongside Carl Tanana, former New Zealand Sevens great. Glad you could join us on a Sunday morning. And you're going to see some interesting things on a Sunday morning here, because this is pretty quick turnaround for many of these teams.
Oh, there's no respite, Bill, that's for sure. And the Spanish team, but they really set the tournament alight yesterday, beating England first up, which really was an upset, you'd have to say. And this Korean team, well, they've shown they can score tries even against the best, such as Fiji. So they've got some points in them.
The one man that did score against Fiji, Seong-Yeon Yang, is not in the lineup today. And it makes it even tougher on a Sunday morning when you start to, you have fewer guys on the bench to go to, and not everybody's up raring to go on a Sunday morning.
Oh, 100%. It's all about the mental ability and rotation of squads, no doubt about that. You definitely have to share the load day two.
Korea, the invitational squad in this event, and the oldest squad in this event. And on the motor is Hyung-Soo Kim, wearing the 3. Plucked out of there and tossed over the head of the captain, and bouncing. Taken to ground, recycled, the kick. Open space over here if he can get to it before it goes to touch, and not the case. So the flag comes up, and Spain decides to play it quickly and move on. Pablo Fontes wearing the 4. Bit of a miscue there as Meto. The turnover. And the penalty awarded to Korea.
Good work at the breakdown from Korea. That was the captain too, Won Young Park, getting straight over their ball. In the Spanish team, we don't usually attribute some of these passes to them, and usually quite good at their core skills. A couple of balls just in behind.
Nails a touch finder, picks up some real estate down closer to the 22, and they'll have a line out a little further into their territory now. 2020 series debut for Korea. The last event they were in was in 2018 in Hong Kong. Up high, the grab by Andre Jin, oldest man on the squad at 36. And a knock on, and the scrum goes to Spain.
Yeah, it's just these little things, such as those knock-ons. There was a set play to hit up in the midfield and then wrap around, but Spain reading it easily defensively. Going to be able to keep your continuity in these situations. Probably something they'll learn the more games they play at this level.
Crouch.
Had a 24-match losing streak in the series. They did win the Asia Olympic qualifier.
Set.
Sort of surprised Hong Kong to attain that moniker, and here they are wrestling with Spain right now.
The ball touched me first. Is scrum for Spain. The The ball touched me, sorry. Scrum Spain.
Here's what's coming up on our broadcast today. Of course, the big hitters, the Cup quarterfinal, Fiji and England,
Please don't go early.
Australia
Don't
and
go early.
Ireland on the top half, then on the bottom, New
Crouch.
Zealand and France, and South Africa
Bind.
and the USA
Set!
trying to make a Final Four appearance in the HSBC LA Sevens. Around the corner, Fontes. Outside to Alejandro Alonso.
Off feet.
Off feet the call against Korea. Wheeling his way is Mateau, and he finds Pablo Fontes, and Fontes has the first score of the contest.
Well, hey, that's what they're saying. The fans for Spain. It's such a tough place to defend when you give a penalty away, and this is what this guy here, Mateau, realizes. The defense is going backwards. Finally, they're back 10, but they're disjointed and they jam in.
Please
And
move.
it's an easy pass to Fuentes. They've had to work for this first try, the Spanish, but they manipulated that well.
And the conversion. Missing the mark, so a 5-0 lead early on for Spain. 14th on the table in the series. They were 11th at Dubai, finished 14th at Cape Town, 13th at Hamilton, and a 13th place finish at Sydney. On the restart, up high and batted back by Javier Carrion. Korea maintains possession. Yunbom.
Advantage over.
Wheeling and not dealing was Young Min Yang. And the Korean side trying to find that opening. The Spanish line. To turf goes Seung Bae Lee.
Turnover is good. Turnover is good. Advantage not gone now.
And you hear the referee, Damian Schneider, saying the advantage and the knock on and being wheeled around.
Advantage over.
The Korean ball carrier, yet another foot and pounded downfield. So the race is on. And it nicely bounces up into the hands of the Spanish player, who gives to Paul Pla. Paul Pla, who had a hat trick to open things against England, and there he goes again. Paul Pla put it under the post.
Willing to take as much time as they can as the half comes to an end. There's a good piece of individual brilliance, but the Koreans getting stung for giving up possession. They kick the ball away just because they're fatigued. There's a lot of hands on hips for the men in white at the moment. Good defense from Spain, so they get back. But look at this. This will be a nice shot of it. The footwork, the in and out, the away. Good work from Paul Pla.
So the sweeper Fontes able to go back, collect, and find Paul Pla. And Pla able to go the distance, and the conversion is good. And Spain holding a 12-0 lead on Korea at the break.
Vale, chicos, empezamos por la defensa. La paciencia que estáis teniendo es la que buscamos. Dejarles que hagan pases. Cada vez, cada pase que les presionamos, ellos tienen menos tiros. Y habrá la tercera o la cuarta, ahí podremos robar. Así que seguimos así. En ataque, está bien, pero estamos jugando muy encima de la defensa. Daros un poquito más de tiempo, un poquito más de relajo. ¿Vale? Dar antes el balón y atacamos una banda y vamos a la siguiente. Vale, chavales.
Estamos siendo listos. Un, dos, tres, ¡vaya!
So a couple of first half tries by the Spaniards, one of them converted, and a 12-0 lead over Korea. Ready to get underway with the second half. Bill Seward alongside Carlton Anna.
And both of these teams, Bill, in the team hotel, actually staying on the same floor, so they've been walking past each other all week long and saying hello, but this is the mental side of the game. After day one, 3 long games, now you have to battle against the team you've been eating with and traveling with and seeing every day. It's unique to sevens.
And who left the ice on the floor by the ice machine? That's always the question. Korea with a loss to Fiji, Argentina, and France on day one. And then Spain, of course, with the biggest upset, I would say, of the tournament so far, knocking off England. Paul Pla with that hat trick. Then they fell to New Zealand and Wales at Spain.
And this, I suppose, the frustrating thing for Pablo Feiju, the Spanish coach. He knows that they can get up and cause an upset, but to be able to back that up against another team, they shouldn't have lost to Wales, but they did. And for him, I'm sure that'll be the thing he's trying to work on with his squad, is get that consistency. He's led his country to the Olympics before in the last round of Pablo Feiju, so he knows they have the goods. They just got to get that consistency in their game.
It's almost like asking the question, what did that win take out of us? And it was right at the start of their tournament. And Spain knocking it around, and Park comes up with it.
Now it's not gone.
Now.
Advantage red. Advantage
Paul
over.
Pla's outside again. Gets the flick back, and Paul Pla spun around and taken down. Cisco Hernandez, the captain, trying to find carry-on. Fontes reverses his field. And the cutout pass to Pla, and Paul Pla. Yes, he is. Pop, 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 you la.
Well, he knows his way to the try line, that's for sure. He's got a great set of hair too, isn't it? This is a nice pass as well from Hernandez, the captain. A good skip ball. They jam in on defence. Hu Sung Kum gets absolutely smoked with that pass.
And you see in the wake, everybody with the hands on knees and the white shirts. It is Sunday of the HSBC World Rugby Sevens tournament. And there are some fire-breathing dragons out there early in the day. Some happy Spaniard backers, and able to knock that one through for 2 more points is the captain, Cisco Hernandez. Spain once again on the attack. Losada. Rodriguez Guerra. Fontes thought about putting it to boot. Comes back to Rodriguez Guerra. Fontes and Mateau, and there goes Martin Alonso. Alonso going to step in right underneath, and the put down, and the celebration begins.
Well, I think it's his first try for his country. Hence the celebration, always a special moment. And just starting to work it well. I think the dam's about to break for the Spaniards. Korea just out on their feet. The fatigue factors really has kicked in now for them.
And Hernandez converting. Spain now seeing the lead go to 26-0. Little rumble kick, kind of reminiscent of an onside, and then there is what would be reminiscent of a fumble, the knock-on.
Oh, Machu, just a heads-up play. It's a disappointing end.
White's 11.
I suppose the thing now, because Spain are this far in front, it's all about conservation of energy, looking forward to their next game. They'll take on Samoa, so no need to rush here. 3 minutes left. Just want to get through with no injuries and just try and
Time back on.
move on to the next one.
Let's go. Crouch. Bind.
Loading up the scrum. Wen Young Park rolls it in, pulls out, and right side it goes to Zhengmin Jiang.
Mark here.
A high tackle.
High.
And just to explain this, Bill, with the high tackle, it's a full arm penalty, so they're not going to play the advantage anymore. They're going to blow the whistle and let them have a set piece.
Defenders have to move 10 back, and ball ripped clean at the 22 and into the hands, fortuitously, of the 8 to Juan Ramos in the game. So Ramos comes off the bench and Juan on the spot. Rifled outside. Back inside it comes. And the advantage being played is
scrum first.
the knock-on. So Spain with a comfortable 26-0 lead. There's Paul Pla. He's getting a bit of a rest in the tournament tries. He is sitting pretty well with half a dozen.
Oh, how awesome is that? #1 in the hood at the moment.
His sister, Barbara, plays on the women's 7 side and is really one of the big driving forces for that Spanish squad on the women. Korea would love to get rid of that donut on the scoreboard. Take a big bite out of the O. Park. They're going to have to go some distance to get it done and go through a Spanish defense that's been very resistant so far. And the turnover, they're not helping themselves.
Yeah, this is the learnings they're going to get from playing against these top teams. Day 1, they ran on enthusiasm, but day 2, it really has hit a brick wall for the Koreans. Need to stand here defensively.
The big cutout pass. And it's forward, so Korea will have yet another chance with under a minute to go.
Well, we've seen a lot of...
Don't forget, coming up, the super session, as you see. The 9th, 5th, the bronze medal game, and of course the final for this, the HSBC LA Sevens. Got the highlights from the day, got really the 4 ultimate matches, as it were.
Bind. Set.
Park to put it in with 30 seconds to go. Running laterally is Lee. And not a good place to go down. Knocked down on your doorstep. I can't find my keys. Yeah, I wish you luck. Andre Jin, the oldest player on the squad, taken to turf. Back a little deeper goes Korea, and Spain is waiting right there. You hear the horn. That's the end of time. Not releasing on the tackle, so Korea with another chance. This is the final play.
Offside.
And an offside call.
They've scored against every single team they've played so far in this tournament. Can they go the length?
The old Mary mixer. I'll take a half turn, give it to you, you spin. Jin gets forward to the 22. So a little more breathing room. See if they can pin one for a run here. Nice rumble by Kim. And the penalty awarded as Korea holds onto the ball too long. We'll see if Spain is merciful. And will kick to touch.